self-determination to govern their own bodies. She was one of the first on that floor, sustaining literally the conversation of what needs to happen. I can go on and on. One day I'm going to teach a seminar on the amazing Barbara. She ran for Congress ever. Our place, like Shirley told her, was at the head of the table. I introduce to you our forever Congresswoman. So I am just delighted to be with you because I remember when Keith, and thank you Keith, for your leadership in pulling all of us together. Maybe 4 of us or 5 of us there. And Northern California is a tough place. If you're African American, our black population is very dispersed. And so all of you have really broken through and understood what forming alliances and coalitions really mean. I mean, in this district, we always were known as the coalition building congressional district, thanks to Ron. He was actually the father of progressive politics and the father of coalition politics. So you all have really learned that lesson very, very well, and I want to thank you for it. I shared earlier that this turning point in our country where our freedoms are at risk. I mean, this November, we can either go backwards or forward. Our reproductive freedom, voting rights, LGBTQ plus rights, environmental rights, our rights to organize, you name it, every single freedom, every issue is on the state. And so Adam is there to fight the good fight, and he's helping candidates all around the country. And in California, we can't forget, we can win or lose the House of Representatives based on what we do here in California. That's right. So I know you're down for it, and I know you heard Michelle at the convention talking about we got to do the work. And so Adam, thank you for coming. I want you all to get to know Adam and to get to know you, because we have a lot of issues here that the Senate needs to hear about. And I can't think of any other person who would be such a champion for our communities than Adam. So Adam, I'll just say
Barbara, thank you so much, and thank you for bringing us all together today. I can't tell you how delighted I am to be back in the East Bay. I did a lot of my growing up in the East Bay. I'm from Alamo, Danville area, and I recently went back to Danville for the 4th of July parade. And I have to tell you, I got the worst reception I've ever had. Far from being local kid made good, I discovered how conservative Danville had become. What the hell would that happen? But it's a treat to be with you, and I am so excited, Latifah, to have you join the Congress of the United States. You haven't asked, but I'm for you. And one day I'd love to be introduced by you. Wow. But, I think everyone in the delegation is so excited about your coming to Congress, and can't wait to work with you. Latifah's already invited me to come back and work together on issues, and I'm really excited to do so. But I want to talk for a moment about Barbara. As Barbara mentioned, we've known each other since we were state senators together almost 30 years ago. And as much as I know you love and admire and respect Barbara, I can tell you that all of us in Congress feel exactly the same. There is no one who is more widely worshipped, well-regarded, respected, admired for her passion for public service, for her effectiveness as a legislator, for her championing the really tough causes. Back when HIV and AIDS were so heavily stigmatized and still to an awful degree they are, she was out there on the front lines of that fight. She's been out there on the front lines of the fight for housing, for criminal justice reform, for peace. She is just an incredible champion. Thank you for sharing her with the rest of the country, indeed with the rest of the world. So I'm here with my wife Eve, is also here today. Yes, we are Adam and Eve. We went to church with Barbara this morning, and one of the deacons who said he was teaching a Sunday school class on Genesis this morning, and he was going to let the class know that he had just met Adam. This was very timely, but as Barbara was saying, we are getting together at a very precarious moment. I think all of us. One was that for the first time in my lifetime, maybe the first time in anyone's lifetime, the predominant threat to our democracy and our country came from within. There was nothing that Russia or China or North Korea or Iran could do to more tear us apart than our own President of the United States. But the other terrible realization was that none of it would be possible, would have been possible then, would be possible now, but for the willing enablement of so many others. Yeah. So many people that Barbara and I serve with, people across the aisle that we had respected because while we differed with them on so many policy items, at least we believed that they believed what they were saying. And as it would turn out, they didn't believe in any of it. None of it really mattered at the end of the day, not compared to holding office or maybe getting a better office. There's probably no one I thought about so much as the historian Robert Caro these days, these years, who once said that power doesn't corrupt as much as it reveals. It doesn't always reveal us for our best, but it says a lot about who we are. Power revealed a lot of the people we serve with to be utterly craven. Their oath was right or wrong, the morality, none of it really mattered. But power revealed also a lot about the country. And and a deep vein of bigotry that's run through the country since its founding, that is always there to be tapped by a Democrat. And so we are on a very important threshold where in less than 70 days, we're going to decide what kind of country we're going to have for a very long time. And as the Vice President says, we are not going back. We're not going back. And I think that one of the opportunities we have, one of the responsibilities we have in November is we need the Republican Party to go back to being a party of an ideology again instead of this awful cult. We need to have the Republican Party go back to being a party that has a place for someone of character like Liz Cheney. Paul and I were talking about the January 6th committee, and I had the great fortune of serving under the great Benny Thompson. And even Liz Cheney did a remarkable job. And it wasn't like that, you know, they were coming from the same place ideologically, but they were coming from the same place in terms of their devotion to our Constitution. By the way, I love the Saturday Night Live parody of the January 6th committee, which the actor playing Liz Cheney says, people keep asking, how did I develop such a tough spine, such a core of steel? Well, how do you think you would turn out if Dick Cheney did reading you bedtime stories? But I do think when we defeat him again, the Republican Party that wouldn't abandon him because he's a liar and a cheat and a criminal will decide to part company because he's a loser. And we desperately need them to part company. But in addition to being able to turn the page and let the purple back, turn the page to a solution. It is so exciting to see how well Kamala Harris is doing. Electrifying. Young people who have been turned off and tuned out and have no interest and were suddenly energized and enthused and paying attention and getting involved, and suddenly folks were discovering what Brat Summer meant. And just this outpouring of hope and excitement and enthusiasm, I can tell you, it is lifting all ships. We have a hard race to take back control of the House. We can do it just in California. And these House candidates of ours, they're just getting a huge boost from having Kamala Harris at the top of the table. You know, our Senate races around the country, I've watched as some of our colleagues, like Jackie Rose in Nevada, went from having a lead of 2 points to having a lead of 12 points. It is just incredible, incredible. So we know what we need to do. In a few short weeks, we're going to have to turn out every voter in the state to win back the House. We're going to have to turn out every voter in the country to win back our country. And I just want to close with this. One thing that this chapter has taught me, what we ought to look for, I think, in elected officials is not whether they agree with us on every issue. Any politician tells you they agree with you on everything. Should be greeted with grace. But rather whether someone's a person of character, whether they'll do the right thing when it's hard. And I've had the great privilege of serving with someone of immense character. I've been Barbara Lee for almost 30 years. And I just want to tell you, Barbara, how enormously grateful I am for our friendship and for your service to the country. Thank you.
I'll be moderating for today. So I'm going to actually ask two additional panelists to here. That would be Courtney Wells. She is the mayor of Emeryville, and she's the vice president of membership with Milwaukee.
And my former
And her phone says,
Yeah, they did.
And then I'm going to also ask Angela Andrews from Councilwoman. and the two guys are out there that doesn't hurt. So how this is going to these panelists here already have questions that they're going to pose to congressmen and officials. Once we have completed the vote for questions,
That came in that did pick up a piece of paper to write out your questions, please send them down to the end, and someone from, WAPA or from, will pick up those questions. If you did get an opportunity to write out your questions, raise your hand, and they will come around and bring you on. But remember, when you finish, pass them down to the end. Your questions will be pulled at random. We have very limited time, and the congressman has to leave, and the congressman has to leave by 3:25. So, and it's not that we don't want you to get an opportunity to ask questions, but we have to be mindful of the time that we have.
I will let Latifah know that I put money on her head for playing with me when I hit me, and they all got exposed in bed.
Going down.
So, ladies, look at this in the elevator. Anyways, you guys, that's how they do their little events. After playing on YouTube all night, getting on fentanyl all night, starting shit all night, playing with Daisy all night. That's how they go in their little rooms, talking like nothing's ever happening. My question is, why the fuck are you sitting there acting like Kendrick, acting like Kendrick just didn't blast the fuck out of Drake and your name is coming up and there's another song getting written? Why the fuck are you acting like you didn't see me, bitch? Everyone saw me, especially with what the fuck I got on. Why the fuck are you acting like you don't know what the fuck is going on? And some of you guys heard what the fuck I just said to her little friend Cheney. Let that bitch know, because you watch my channel too. Let her know exactly what the fuck I said in your next playing games. Now, something else with her is going to come up about the cannabis industry and people getting robbed and them playing games in IC3. That's going to come up later. Some of you guys know them, Chen. So, the stud. So, you guys, you know, I say that to say, this fuckery that they have gotten started, nothing. There's nothing going on there. They're not doing anything. They're not officiating anything. None of them are high priest or high priestess. None of them are really going to be able to fight the war when they play this game with Donald. All of them are in position to flip on Kamala Harris and set her ass up to get her out of office with this situation, which is again why she could not pick Gavin Newsom as her running mate. So much shit is going on. You guys are about to see a bunch of drama. I just have to show you how these hoes sit down. You heard her talking with her speech. That's the bitch that sat there playing with the white man, playing with me, making fake text messages, texting his phone, talking about she wants to suck dick and do this and do that, running after him, playing with love spells. Like, oh, I'm frying chicken tonight. Do you want to come over? Putting period blood in food, starting a bunch of shit, causing a bunch of drama, running around playing with people's kids, paying for rituals, getting fired from her job. And come on now. And this is what we're talking about with these hoes. You guys get to see them live and direct because you watch my channel. So you've been hearing about all this other fuckery. Those are the hosts that started it. Barbara Lee, I already contacted her office because they all know me. Now, they mentioned a group called BWAPA. Black Women Organized for Political Action. I was a part of BWAPA. I was up on their state council. I left that organization. They are so fucking messy. That's why they don't really have members. I wish somebody would have told her. So much shit has gotten started. Nothing. There's nothing to look at. So much shit has gotten started. They're sitting there. You guys have this group of this black woman, this black elected officials, that, this and this and this and that. Look at Lynette McElhaney. Look what she did in West Oakland. You guys may have heard about Lynette McElhaney. They killed her son. Look, so much shit has gotten started. I think they have a picture of him down here, downtown Oakland. So much shit has gotten started because of the shit that they were doing and playing with in Oakland. No one takes them seriously. They use that to deactivate, to invalidate their whole entire claim and opportunity to get into office. You know, you heard Barbara Lee. She's been going back and forth in Congress. They rigged her election. She only got 6% of the fucking vote because they rigged her election. Why? Because you also play games and started doing shit. Look at this. know about that? Ashar, that's the right bitch I was talking about yesterday. Talking about my body hurts and it's a lot of my psyche because they got defunded. Are you paying attention? Her face is blasted down here in downtown Oakland. They got fucking defunded and they were starting too much shit. Whoo. Hanifi Borgia. I'm not even gonna talk about it. You guys really need to be careful because you see these hoes and how they sit down and play. And look at somebody's gonna get caught up too with this one. How they sit and make it seem like, oh, we're working in our community and this and this and this and that. And yeah. I hope you heard what the fuck I said. Somebody heard me and they're laughing. Why are you laughing? You're getting money put on your head playing games with people. That's not funny. Yeah, we got money on you. People got money on you because you guys went to go play with people's kids and started a whole war in Oakland. Okay, let me see here. Yeah, some of you guys didn't even know that Lynette McElhaney, she used to be West Oakland City Council. They put her ass out of office. Somebody ran against her and put her out. And they're making it seem like they're not all beefing, and that's actually super messy too. Let me see. Okay, here we go. All these hoes care about is weaving dick and starting shit, yeah. They killed her son. Too much shit had gotten started. Because I can't really say how that went down, but it has something to do with his mama playing games in West Oakland. So that's still to be discussed, and they had ran their mouth in virtual reality and exposed a whole lot, and I really just, well, let's keep on moving. So now, something else that's getting started here is you guys see how these hoes run around in Oakland. Look at how they're giving flowery speeches and their sideshows and shit is getting set on fire and they're playing with particle physics and that 37 document is flowing around and they're like, oh, no one will ever take that seriously. And people are calling you left and right, but why are you playing with witchcraft? Because I can see it in this document. And shit is going so fucking left that you're getting blasted by all these artists and entertainers and they're all getting killed too, the ratchet ones. And something is like really going left on my channel about that particle physics and those car accidents. And look at this right now with this 37. Right in front of their campaign office, look. And then look at these niggas. Look, now, do you see what I'm talking about? And look at these niggas. Watch, they're about to come do a sideshow. Watch, this every single day, every day, they're about to come do a sideshow. Do you see what I'm talking about? That's how it starts, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, just sit downtown Oakland, especially on Sunday, because it's somebody that works on a Sunday. It's somebody that works on a Sunday. Right? But can I make this shit up? I can't. You guys come downtown Oakland. Come sit down here. Let me see. This is in English. Okay, give me 1 second. As I'm talking about this, you guys hear this. Like, oh, they're sitting in their mouth talking about this and this and that, playing with white men that they know for a fact are playing with pedophile groups and election fraud because they're trying to find like black developers. I know that something's wrong here to go ahead and look into the documentation. Lynette McElhaney beefed with so many people and then they got somebody else in her seat. This how these hoes chop people up. It was, what's her name? Oh my God. Her name was Karen. I believe that's her name. It was Karen. I can't remember her last name, but she took her seat. They're all friends with each other, and they're sitting there like, oh yeah, da-da-da-da-da. That's how messy they are, playing with magic on each other like that, beefing like that, playing with hella spell work, going back and forth like, oh bitch, after your son got killed, well, it could be you too, texting her like that on fake numbers. They got Lynette McElhaney out of office. They put somebody else into her seat. They're beefing with her now because she doesn't want to be involved in messy shit. They're all supposed to be friends. And she's still sitting up there with them like, oh, thank you so much, and da-da-da-da. Lynette McElhaney cut off her hair. She used to have locks. You guys just saw that with those kids running around in sideshows. This is how it starts. They come and they run the motorcade. It's like a few of them, they get on their bikes, they make a bunch of noise, and then the next thing you know, it's like 40 of them. They clear the way, they clear the street, make sure it's all clear, and then they come down here. It's gonna be like, in like the next 10, 15 minutes, you're gonna see like dozens of them every single day they do that. every day, and then they run fucking sideshows like no other in Oakland. And the fact that I just started talking, you guys saw that. Look at this bullshit. I'm gonna let you guys know right now, with a lot of these politicians, it was perfect that the hood saw that. So you guys need to tell me that you're having convenings and Daisy's not speaking about what's going on. You're not bringing the hood in to talk about what's going on. You're not bringing in other solid people to come and talk about what's going on. You're sitting here shitting and farting, eating pork, beef, and fish in this place, in this place, in this place, and you're talking about you're indigenous, right? And you're eating seafood, right? It's the aquatic beings, because that's how it started, right? And you're talking about you're going to be helping your community, and you're eating dairy, and you're starting all that bullshit, bitch. And you guys are playing games in the cartel, and the caterers that you're going to, they're stealing from the cartel and stealing their business and playing in their farms. Look, it's just so dishonorable all the way through. And these bitches are not talking about shit. You saw that bald-headed ass bitch, and she has no edges at all on either side because of what she did playing with magic and going to go get a plastic locks installed in her damn head. And now everyone is sitting here watching this. Now you see how these hoes sit down and run their little events. You guys saw that. You guys seen that for yourself. How they run their little events. They had that white man in there talking. Why aren't you talking about what the fuck you guys got started in Oakland? Why aren't you talking about what got started in Memphis? I'm running for Congress. And the minute I step into Congress, they're going to hit me with so many ethics violations for what I started in Oakland. I'm about to get pulled right the fuck out. And we're organizing right now. This is what they're doing, organizing right now. The whites are doing it, and them too, to see who's going to be able to take my place and vouch for me. After I sat there and played with the pedophile that has his hand in pedophile networks and got caught so badly. He was a part of like an international group. Like, oh, we go visit places and we see what's going on here and try to help. And he was going there getting activated with his pedophile and molesting kids, and somebody identified him for my channel. So they told him to take everything off his Instagram, and he took it all the fuck off. But I have proof of it because I have screenshots. And you guys want to go sit here and play like that, and I'm so happy that the hood sat here and saw that they saw those sideshows and they saw that 37 ounces, because that's what these hoes are about in Oakland. Goofy ass. And in there stanking, shitting, and farting.